Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video. As you know, it is clear up time in the yard. We've got that plastic skipping. We're doing a metal run. We're going to get rid of all that. But this can go. Every time I mention it, people say, how much is it? What, when is it going to be done? So as soon as I got in this morning, I mentioned it to Chris. He said, let's just pull it out, get it back together, get it MOT'd and actually get it up for sale. So let's start the process. Hopefully it starts up. There's quite a lot of work to do in there. We did strip a lot of it out, but we did also get a lot of cleaning done on it. If you remember, we had all those rubber mats out in the previous video, cleaned all underneath them because it had had a dog in here and it was quite musty and smelly. So we really did go to town on cleaning it. It is a little automatic as well, a petrol. So it should be quite desirable for someone. You can see how nicely we cleaned it all up in there. These are actually stains that wouldn't come out. We really did go to town with it. But these boxes, I think we got another one there that's got to go back up on this side. Yeah, there's quite a lot of work here to do. But let's get the jump pack on it. Oh, and a battery by the look of it. We must have nicked that for something else. But let's get a battery on it, get it fired up and start to work on it. We just had to borrow the battery off the Golf GTI for a minute. It is miles too small. So we'll have to go around trusty old Kent Auto Salvage and grab a battery for it. But how long's it been sat here now? Must be nearly a year.
More than a year.
More than a year. Let's see if she starts up. Got nothing?
Nothing?
No.
That's a good battery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not even dead.
No, nothing at all. Ain't a earth off it still, is there? We'll investigate that. Take two. The battery was too low, so we had to get a block of wood to put underneath it. You ready, mate?
Yeah, try it, mate.
Not enough life, is it?
Yeah, jump pack's so low, mate.
Oh, is it? Right. Back to the drawing board again. Quite a lot of messing around there for us, guys, but as you can hear, we finally got it going. That earth on the body there, it was definitely that, because in the end I put the jump pack directly to that. All the ignition lights come on, it fired straight up. If I remember rightly, this is quite low mileage, this is. 58,000 miles. It has got an airbag light on, but that's purely down to the fact that we've got that seat unplugged. And the fuel lights on. I'll let Chris drive it over, see if it drives, mate. It's been sat here for over a year, so fingers crossed it does. Even the windows were a bit stuck. It's lovely and hot today. Oh, it moves. Leave it running for a bit, mate, eh? So guys, we've got to start the process of putting all of this back on. Luckily we did keep it all. I was telling Chris at one point let's bin it, but good job we didn't.
Hopefully we've got the nuts and bolts wrong.
I think there's a box here, mate, and it's got quite a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, oh yeah, I can see all the little clips are in there. All the screws will be in there, so let's start the process of putting some of this back together. So not as difficult as you would actually think putting it back together. And to be honest, because Chris saved everything, all of the nuts and bolts are there. So it's all pretty straightforward. We'd never took that roof locker out, that side. So it gave me a guide of what bolts I needed to use to put the other one back in this side. So me and Chris were just having a chat while he was bolting the rear seat belts back in. I said, what are we going to actually do with this? And it's actually Chris's vehicle. He paid for it. He bought it because he wanted to build the micro camper. But he did just come up with quite a lovely idea on what he'd like to do with it, guys. So stay tuned in till the end. I think you're all going to really like this one. Let's carry on and get the rest of it back together. Very straightforward. We've got no bits left over. Just got to work on the back edge here. And quite a lot of them screws actually broke out when we was removing it originally. So Chris is just going to take that in, cut them off and actually drill those out, push them through, and then we'll put some nice new screws in it. Back seats all bolted in, all locked in. That went okay. Both of the front seats are back in and bolted down. Chris had to do a repair on the seat belt in this one because it actually obviously got caught in the runner at some point and chopped the wires. So the airbag light was actually on this car when we bought it. But I've just tried turning the key again. You get ignition lights, but just not enough there to start it. So Chris is going to work on that little back thing, get all those drilled out. I'm going to whip round Mark's Kent Auto Salvage and get an half decent battery for it. Poor old Mark. I come down here for a battery and I ended up buying two and giving him a little bit of a bid. So we got two nice new batteries, one for the Escort and one for the Renault. But he said he's very busy and sold 6 cars last week, so looks quite empty here. He sold a lot. Let's get back to the yard. Nice brand new second-hand battery out the Escort in there, started straight up. This side light didn't work, that was it. We've changed the bulb, everything's working. Been right round it, all the lights are done. Airbag lights gone out, all of the dash lights have gone out. Chris has put a gallon of fuel in it while I was out. So we've got a little bit of fuel in it as well, that'll do. Outer works, washers work. We're good to go. I've got it booked in. Let's drop it over for an MOT and see how we get on. MOT was sort of a success. So we passed the MOT. I just run home there. I'm going to the car wash. And I thought I'm going to stop and grab a nice cold bottle of water. It's lovely today. And all I've got is 2 dogs up at the window barking at me, and I've got no keys. I've left them in the van. So let's spin this round. MOT advisories. To be honest, it is quite old, isn't it? So we got to expect it. Brake pads wearing thin front. I had a look at them. They're probably like 2/3 gone, so they're still quite safe. Minor defects, drag link, end ball joint, dust cover damaged or deteriorated, but preventing the ingress of dirt near side. Apart from that, pass, went straight through. And since the last MOT, which was 18th for the 4th 19 at 50,000, just shows you how long we've had this sat there. Now 58,699, so it's got a year's MOT on it. Let's get it cleaned and then we'll go back to the yard and I'll tell you the plans. How nice did that little car turn out? Just a few hours on it there today, putting it all back together, taking it for an MOT. I've left it running. I want to try and get as much charge as we can in that battery, but I've done 15 odd miles in it now, so should be all right. Yeah, Bit of an advisory on the brake pads. It looks like it's had a new caliper on that side at some point. The tyres on it are all really nice. Just going to show you around the outside and then show you the inside. It has got little scrapes and scratches on it, but 05, I mean, that's 16 years old now. All back together, all back exactly how it was. Chris put all new screws in that. And inside, I'm going to make sure I didn't have it in park. I had the handbrake on. When I walked past, reverse light was on. Like I didn't run myself over there. All come up nice in the back. There is a bit of the door panels wearing here, but it is what it is. I did say we're going to do something with this car. First of all, I'm going to go in the workshop and we're going to do the numbers on it, because we've never said how much we actually paid for it, and it wasn't actually that cheap at the time. I kept bidding on it because Chris really did want it for that micro camper conversion. Let's go inside and do the numbers on it, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. I've got Chris in the background, guys, because I don't want to get any of it wrong. I'm not going to apologise. It's not a long video because you all keep telling me off for apologising. So, how much do you roughly remember? £375 that car was, plus fees. So it come to £5. Yeah, we can't actually remember. And I actually tried going through the records online, and it don't go back that far on Copart. So unfortunately, we're going to say £500. So it owes Chris £500. Today, I've had it valeted, had it MOT'd, so that's another £60. We spent any more money on it? Oh, on a battery?
Yeah, 15 quid.
15 quid, because Mark done me two for 30 quid. So
And we're going to put pads in.
£75, we're going to put a brand new set of pads in it. So it's going to be another 100 quid. Let's call it £600. And what, Chris, do you mind sorry mate, I don't want to get it wrong. Chris would like to give that car away. So Chris is actually going to write off his 500 quid, and I'm going to write off the £100 that I spent on it. So you actually want to give it away
To a subscriber. Instagram follower.
or an Instagram follower. And what we'd actually really like to do is we'd like whoever has it to make a donation to the Demelza House Children's Hospice, which is our chosen charity. Quite a lot of you know that. We've done things in the past for them. So we're not actually going to ask anything for it. It is a good little automatic car. I've just driven it, like I say, about 15 miles, and it actually drives really nice. We're going to do the brake pads. It's got years MOT on it. It's going to be ready to go. So how do we really want to do it? Like
Probably the same as the previous one.
same as the previous
Message
one.
you on
Yeah.
Instagram with what you want it for.
Yeah.
Obviously no motor traders.
No, right. First off, no motor traders and no one that wants to make a profit out of it, because we could quite easily do that. There's probably not loads of profit in it, but we're not interested in doing that. So no motor traders trying to flip it for a profit. If you would like that car, if you can reach out to me on Instagram with your telephone number. That must be the most important bit, your telephone number, because I will be calling you from private number. I appreciate we're going to get quite a lot of people that would really like it, but also guys, please appreciate there can only be one person. There's always going to be people that are disappointed. We don't want to disappoint anybody, but if you could just reach out to me on Instagram and tell me why you would like that car, and if you're happy to make a donation to the Demelza House Children's Hospice, drop it down in Instagram in the comment section. You can start from doing it straight away once you've watched this video. I haven't got a problem with it at all. I may not get back to you until tomorrow, because obviously this video is going out tonight and I like to answer all of the comments. But yeah, just drop us in there why you think you should have it, or why you would like it, and that you've definitely got a use for it. And of course, you're prepared to make that donation to the Demelza House Children's Hospice. And me and Chris will probably go for them tomorrow, shall we?
Yeah, say a couple of days, Give us a couple of days. Me and Chris will go through them probably tomorrow or Wednesday when we're eating our lunch, and we'll be reaching out to one of you guys, whoever has it. Again, I know it wasn't really a repair video, it was pretty much put back together, but it has been sat around in the yard for a year. The DVLA turned Chris down on converting it to a camper. So we've put it back together and it's ready to go. And it's another space in the yard for something else. It does need a logbook applying for. You actually sent the logbook off with all the relevant details of what he'd like to do. And Chris said he can't find it, so he don't think they actually sent it back. So once they write to Chris and say someone's applied for a logbook, he'll make sure that they know that it has been gone anyway. So we are going to leave it there. It's a nice little short and sweet one. As usual, we do hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please do hit that thumbs up. We really do appreciate it, and it shows your appreciation. The links for everything are down in the description down below. Like, subscribe and share. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you get notified when we upload a new video. We'll see you all later in the week for the next one.